What is going on, guys? Welcome back. NBA 2K21 Update 2. Is this any better than the very first one? I don't think so, man. I don't think so at all. At least coming from my perspective. I pretty much play only my team. I really haven't got into my player all that much, really at all this year. So I can't really speak on that side of it. But I can tell you the changes that happened in my team, at least the changes that I've noticed the night that it came out anyway, up until this point right now. But we're going to go over the update. We're going to look at it, and then I'm going to jump into my team and kind of go through a couple things that I still notice that's wrong with it. A couple things that still bother me, and I mean bother the shit out of me, and things that actually made it worse. But here we go with a whole bunch of stuff. If you're interested in reading this all yourself, I will post a link in the description. But we're going to kind of like breeze through it kind of quick. But of course, again, we got another patch, fixed issues, fixed another issue, fixed audio issues, fixed player likeness for Damian Lillard. Got to make sure we get that one down. Art, lighting, rare hang on the 2K beach, minor graphical issues, another issue, displays, yada, yada, yada. Now, this one is definitely important because it turns out that it affected my team, and specifically playing in triple threat. I don't know why, but moved park dribble moves to L3 left stick click for more consistent dribbling control. Now, if you use, I don't know if you use this or whatever, but it actually works in triple threat offline, and it took me a long time to figure out what the hell was going on, and it absolutely is driving me freaking crazy. Because when I have R2 held down to sprint, I'm kind of pushing on the left joystick, and I'm trying to get him to drive to the basket, and then he starts, you know, like he's in an and one mixtape or something. And it's driving me crazy. But fixed another issue. Got a bunch of gameplay issues. Size. Shot meter increased based on community feedback. First step acceleration, aka speed boost. Lower effectiveness of pull-up jump shots. Fixed an issue caused by CPU. Big man defender against guards. That is super annoying. Haven't really, you know, came across that all that much, so it maybe feels like it's been fixed. I've only played a couple games. Ability to moves yield ankle breakers. Still haven't been able to get an ankle breaker. But again, I mean, I do only play with my team, and not all of them have the most effective ankle breakers. Improved responsiveness of shots. Excellent release jumper animation. Now play with green center aimed shots with the Pro Stick. Now, I play with the Pro Stick, and I've actually, I don't know, it's felt like it's harder to green shots. I don't know, man. I found it that when I do shoot, it's off to the sides a lot more. It's really, I don't know, like quick to, like, I didn't feel like the needle moved all that much before, but now it feels really fast. Very slight adjustments now seem to move all the way across the green window. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know what you think. General improvements, defensive movement. Okay. My career, optimized performance, camera angles, skip the story, stabilization of college games, fix an issue, takeover meter, issue a halftime, issue. Yeah. Now down to my team. Adjust single player triple threat and triple threat online difficulties based on community feedback. Now, yes, it's lower. It looks like it's down to pro. 1.0 multiplier instead of 1.25. Now, that doesn't mean they don't hit shots, and that doesn't mean they don't green shit, because they do. It's just easier for you to do it, and easier for you to do blow-bys, you know, get by. It's easier for you to make layups. It's easier for you to do stuff like that. It's kind of like when you play rookie and domination. Like, I've played a rookie game where the AI shot 70%. They're greening more than half of their shots, even covered. Just because it's on an easier difficulty doesn't necessarily mean it's easier. But, I mean, I felt that it's at least been easier to win because of the fact that it's easier to score. Easier to score. you're gonna stop them eventually, but it still doesn't mean that they don't green, they don't cheese, they don't do all of that stuff before. But moving on, added a page, player back cards, we'll check that out. Fixed a hang, it happened during the lineup over the domination menu. I have not noticed that. Xbox, I play on the PlayStation. Improved the ball drop for physics. I just think it's all random anyway, so I don't really care. My league, I have never played my league probably since like 2K16 or something like that. So if you do play any of these other game modes, y'all will have to let me know if you've seen any improvements. So let's jump into triple threat game, just so I can show you what I'm talking about. When you push in on the left joystick, look at this guy. It's an and one mixtape. Why is he doing that? Well, when I'm trying to drive to the basket, I sometimes push the left stick down a little harder than normal, and he starts doing these ridiculous dribble moves. Now, I get it on the park. That's all fun, and that's great. This does not work in domination, I might say. So, I've only found this actually works in triple threat. And so, he'll just sit there and do these ridiculous dribble moves, man. Like, I can't figure it out. But it's really frustrating when I try to drive to the basket and, yeah, it doesn't work. So another thing I want to show you, we're going to run a quick give and go just so you can see it. Check the top right by his name so you can see whether or not he activates, and he activated bronze slippery off ball. And then according to, I guess, his little sheet, his little stat sheet or whatever it is, in the actual triple threat game, you can look at his badges. You'll see he has a couple silver in the playmaking. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 bronze badges for playmaking. As far as shooting goes, the bronze slippery off ball, 2 more silver badges, and then the rest gold. So I think, what is that? 4 silvers, 6 bronze, and then the rest gold. Take a look at Thomas as well. Again, same thing. We got a silver finisher, and then the rest is defensive, a gold rim protector, but then we have box, chase down artist, rebound chaser for silver, brick wall, moving truck, and bronze worm. Now, when we talk about all the badges, I actually upgraded on Tony Parker, 16 gold, 4 silver. Yeah, and one of them, again, just so you could see it, gold slippery off ball. I added a ton of badges, which was a ton of MT. It was a lot, and none of the badges, again, still work against the AI. Now, like I said before, when you take them online versus real people, these do, I guess, transfer over. I've checked it, I've tried it. They do pop up, but that's just really frustrating that it doesn't work against the AI. And again, Thomas is another one. Yo, look at this, Hall of Fame worm. Yeah, that was an accident, by the way. I accidentally applied a Hall of Fame worm. But point being is, y'all saw, it shows bronze in-game, bronze activates in-game, slippery off ball, bronze activates in-game. The badges still do not work except for online. Now, if you only play online, that's fine, and that might not be a big deal to you, but I play most of my time against the AI, grinding out all of these things. And it's really frustrating. What is the point of buying badges when they don't work against the AI? The other thing they were talking about was you can see what badges can actually be added that won't work, but those ones are like little grayed out on the back of the card at the very bottom. So I can add a break starter, dimer downhill, handles for days, tight handles, forge general. Those are the only badges I can't apply. But you might ask yourself, well, it says 2 bronze badges on Bobby Jackson. Why does it show he only has 1 bronze badge? Well, because badges are screwed up and they don't work right. That's why. But actually, I added a badge, and the badge that I added was clamps. Now, that was before this update, but apparently it's still stuck onto the card even though I wasn't supposed to add it, and still shows that I have an extra bronze badge, but the bronze badge doesn't actually work. But again, it makes no difference because the badges don't work for the AI anyway. So overall, did this update improve the game? And I'm gonna honestly have to say hell no. And that is just my initial 12-hour response after the update has came out. But from what I found, the left joystick thing is really hard to get used to for me. At least right now, it's going to take a little bit to get used to, and it might not necessarily be a big deal, but I have to constantly remind myself. In domination, it doesn't do it, but in triple threat, it does against the AI, and I find myself sometimes driving towards the basket, and then all of a sudden, and one comes out, and he's doing between the legs and rolling around on the ground, you know, like, I don't know what he's doing. And so it's really frustrating, even on open lanes and everything. It just does it. But in domination, it doesn't do it. That'll take getting used to, but that really is making it a little bit more difficult. The triple threat game is easier to win, no doubt about it. But the badges thing is probably the biggest deal to me. And it's really frustrating when I want to try to customize which cards I guess I want to use for either domination or which cards I want to use for triple threat, and none of the badges work. None of the badges apply for anything, and it makes no difference. And I've spent like 30,000 MT on probably 15 cards upgrading badges only to figure out none of them work except if I take them online. The shooting feels harder to me, and I use the stick. So, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel like it feels like it's worse. I didn't think it was bad before, honestly. I really did not think shooting with the stick was bad before, but it feels worse now. It feels more sensitive. It feels harder to use. And, so I don't know. I don't know what this means about the excellent release jumper animations now play with green center aimed shots on the Pro Stick. I don't know what that means, but it just feels like it's harder to green stuff. Other than that, I really haven't had much success still with the ankle breakers. The defensive reactions, though, have really never been a problem. I didn't think they were necessarily that big of a problem. Even on certain levels, on the higher difficulties, you can get defensive reactions without a problem. Ankle breakers, never. I still have never been able to get one. But, yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't know. Y'all will have to let me know what you think about the rest of the update. Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? So far, I don't know, man. I think it was bad. They didn't fix the things that I wanted to get fixed and made the game harder in the things that I play, like triple threat, even though that the game mode is technically easier. The stick thing just bothers me so much, man. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. If you're interested in joining the Twitch channel, which we do stream just about every day, including today at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, the link to that is below. Twitter and my other YouTube page also linked below. Let me know what you think about this patch. I don't like it whatsoever. I don't like almost everything in there. There were a couple good things. Making triple threat easier was nice. But, I don't know. Everything else, it felt like it's a change for the worst, at least for me. But we'll have to see. Maybe I'll change my mind after getting used to it for a couple days. But y'all take it easy. Have a good day. I am out. Peace.